What's up, everybody? It's Stefan Brooks here. Glad you came over to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 financial goals in 2020. These are the must-haves. If you're setting any financial goals, these are it. So let's get right into it. Number 1 financial goal for 2020 is this. Simple and plain, you're going to have to track your spending. Okay? I mean, that's before you can just get anything else done. Make it a financial goal to just see where your money's going. And so there's 2 ways you could go about doing it. If you watch a lot of financial videos, you hear everybody boosting and talking about Mint. Mint is a great app. It's a great financial tool for just getting started. But me, I happen to be in finance, and I don't do things the Mint way. I actually do things the old school way. And that's just take out an Excel spreadsheet and to do the budget there. That's just the best way that I've approached tracking my spending. And so what I mean, getting out the Excel spreadsheet, what you want to do is you want to get your bank statement and you want to actually print it out. Don't just do it online, and get it before you. Then you want to itemize and go through every single line and see where all your money's going and categorize it. I know that Mint does that for you, but for me, when you physically write down every single purchase and you add it up, it makes it more concrete in your mind for what it is that you're doing. And so when you see things that are adding up in a certain category, you'll see your spending habits. And it'll be more clearly defined. If you're not lazy, but you want things done for you. Okay, here's my issue with Mint. It doesn't just do it for you. You have to go in there and you have to still do the same thing I'm talking about, because it can't recognize every single thing. It'll get like maybe 70% of your purchases. But then for the things that are like not able to be categorized or grouped, you have to go in there and you have to itemize it anyway. So you might as well just do it. Just get your bank statement, look over everything, and just see where the money's going yourself. My number 2 recommendation is, like I said, it's going to be to budget, okay? You have to budget, meaning if you want to keep more money than you spend, i.e. become rich in 2020 or in any decade, you're gonna have to set a budget. And a lot of people don't know how to budget. They just think that it's just categorizing their spending and then seeing where their money's going. No, that's tracking your money. Setting a budget is not also about just setting limits. That's not a budget either. A lot of people don't even know what to budget for. And so I'm going to give you a few tips on how you should set your budget and then what should be including in there. So my first tip for your budget is you should be budgeting in life insurance. If you don't have life insurance, you need to get life insurance. That's just the most unselfish thing you can do, okay, for your financial goals. Make that one of your financial goals, okay? I've heard too many stories in 2019 of people that I personally know who passed away, who just did not have it, and their loved ones had to fork out that money. So don't be selfish. It's cheap, especially if you're young. You can get like $50,000 or worth of coverage, which is nothing, for about $20. If you're in that 20 to 35 range, healthy, it shouldn't cost you no more than 20, 25 bucks for 30 years to get that. So go ahead and get the life insurance. The next thing you want to have in your budget is savings. And we're going to go into that later. And then you also want to have money for retirement. Okay, so those should make up the base of your budget. That should be included in your financial budget. That should be included in your financial makeup. That's just being financially responsible. It's to 1, have life insurance, 2, start to save your money, and 3, save your money in retirement for your future so you don't have to depend on Social Security, and so you don't have to ask other people for money, and so you don't have to work your whole entire life. You need to budget. The third financial goal for 2020 is savings. And it's not just saving to be saving. There's actually a strategy to saving, and there's certain type of savings accounts that you should have. And so we're gonna go over that right now. The first savings account that you need to have is an emergency fund. An emergency fund, baseline emergency fund, is just $1,000 in your savings account to take care of any kind of expenses that may come up. I mean, your car breaking down, hot water heater going out, washing machine breaks, or like mine recently, dishwasher broke. You're gonna have to have money aside that you do not have to go use your credit card for. You don't want to whip up your credit card for emergencies. I know that's what they tell you credit cards are for, but you don't want to have to use your credit card for an emergency, okay? You want to use your credit card to leverage your money for an investment that's going to make you money. So you want to use that money to make money. You don't want to use your credit card because your car broke down. There's levels to this emergency fund. That's baseline. That's the $1,000. What you really want to have in your emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. This means that if you were to lose your job or a source of income or whatever it may be, you have that to supplement your income until you get your income source back or you get back on your feet from losing your job. So that's 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. The next part of savings is you want to have a short-term savings account. And typically what goes into this account would be money for purchases that are coming down the road, like maybe a yearly vacation. You'll put money away in there and just save it for the entire year. Or for future purchases, like 5 years from now, you know that you're going to need a vehicle 5 to 10 years from now. So you will start putting away money into your short-term savings account so that when it's time to purchase a car, you don't have to finance it, or you can put down a hefty enough down payment to buy down the interest because you have good credit and to have lower payments. Then your final savings account is your retirement, okay? So the most popular retirement tools we have out there in the financial sector is the 401k and the Roth IRA. If your job does not provide a 401k, that is no excuse not to have one. You can easily just go to your bank and go ask for one and they will set you up with that. Or you can come to a financial advisor like myself and we could get you set up with a 401k, Roth IRA. And I have another video explaining what the major differences are between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA and a 401k. So stay tuned for that. Okay, you guys, we made it all the way to the fourth step. And my fourth step is usually what people's financial first goal is, and that's to get out of debt. Okay, and so you might ask, why do you have that as the fourth goal for 2020? It's because of the third goal. You want to build your savings account up, at least that baseline $1,000, so that when you start paying down your credit card and an emergency happens, and it will happen, you're not gonna go reach back for your credit card to get yourself back into debt. So if your financial goal is to pay off your debt in 2020, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. What I recommend is just to look at the credit card with the highest APR. Okay, highest APR versus the highest balance. So let's just discuss that just briefly. So if you have a credit card like I had with US Bank that has an APR, an annual percentage rate of 28.99%, you want to get rid of the debt on that card pronto, right away. So let's go through a scenario real quick, okay? On the US Bank card, let's say I have $6,000 in debt. And then let's say I have, and that's the 28.99%. And then I have another credit card that has, say, $10,000 of debt. But the interest rate is like 0 to 3%. You would think, some people would think, oh, because this one is $10,000, I need to hurry up and pay this one off quicker. And you will be mistaken. You want to pay off the one that's costing you the most money first, because if you add up what 28.99% is monthly on $6,000 versus what 3%, 0 to 3% is on the $10,000, your monthly expense for the $6,000 will be higher than the $10,000 every single time. So I recommend that when you're paying off your debt, get the credit card that has the highest interest rate first, because that's going to keep costing you money. You're going to pay into it, and it's like putting water into a bucket with holes into it. It's just pointless. Every time you dump your big $100, $400, whatever your payment is into it, $200 to $300 maybe is leaking out the bottom of that, and that's just in pure interest that you're paying to somebody else to borrow money. So get rid of that credit card as soon as possible. And if you're financially struggling, sorry about that, guys. If you're struggling to pay your credit, do not do what I did in the past. Do not be a derelict. Do not dodge the credit card companies. Ever since the recession happened, there are so many creditors who are willing to work with you. I'm talking about let you forgo 1 to 2 payments if they know that you're in a financial hardship, and they may even lower your interest rate if you ask them. They have programs like that. So just give them a call, just say, hey, I'm running behind on my bills this month. I do want to make a payment with you. Can I make a better payment arrangement? I can't afford the whole 150, but I could give you 75 this week, and I could give you 75 in 2 weeks. And do it. Stick to your word, and you'll be surprised at everybody's not out to get you. They want to help you, and if you look on your statements now, they even tell you, because they were forced to, but they tell you how to get out of debt faster. They say if you pay the minimum, and they show you what that will cost and how many years that will take, versus not the maximum, but a more like maybe double in that payment, and then it shows you that you can get out of debt even faster. So pay attention to your bill and make sure that you're calling your creditors and that you're arranging payment with them and that you're not dodging them, because they will get you and they will ding your credit. And for everybody out there who says that credit doesn't matter, you're crazy. Credit is everything in this country. Get yourself some good credit so you can get things on the low. It's like having good credit is like getting everything on discount. That's like Black Friday every single day. Do whatever you need to do to fix your credit. Talk to a professional. Get good credit. That's all I can say about that. Just it's important. So the 5th financial goal for 2020 is our income goal. That's just simply just saying that we want to step it up in 2020. So if you're making $50,000 a year, you may want to just, bump it up to $75,000. There's really 2 ways that you can do that. If you have a job, you can go ask for a raise. And then the other way is to expand your income. That means to get more income sources. Stay tuned for the side hustle video. And my one advice for increasing your income goal, like just say, oh, I made $50,000 last year, so I need to make more this year. Okay, that's good. But you need to be having a purpose for that money. Just working to be working, like that's pointless. Or just saving to be saving, that's pointless. Make sure that you're getting your money's worth. And what I mean your money's worth, I mean your time, because time is worth everything. It's the most precious resource that we have. So don't waste your time just going out working to get more money, just to have more money, just to put it into a savings account, just to have it sitting there. Make sure you're always saving with purpose, and that purpose will fuel you. It'll give you passion to ensure that you meet all your financial income goals for 2020. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. I'm glad that you stayed all the way through. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.